What is up, guys? Sawcasm here, and today I have for you guys an LMG MOAB using the PKP. I don't really know what this gun is called. I don't know how to properly pronounce it, so I'm just going to save myself and you guys a trouble, and I'm just going to call it whatever the hell I just did. And that's what it's going to be called in my book. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit about the LMGs, give you guys a couple of LMG class setup tips. And you'll notice right off the bat that my class setup is a little bit varied compared to my standard assault rifle or SMG class. You notice that I really like to start off with Assassin when using the LMGs. And the reason for this is because, you know, with the LMGs, obviously you're not as mobile as some of the other guns in the game, such as the shotguns, the SMGs, etc. And because of this, you're not going to be able to change positions as constant or as easily. So Assassin gives you that added stealth along with the silencer, which, you know, together they give you kind of the necessary stealth, because, you know, some guns I feel like stealth isn't as necessary even though it helps, but with the LMG, just because you're so slow, you definitely want that added stealth to keep off the radar. Now, another perk that I like to definitely start off with, I definitely recommend using, is the Stalker perk. I really recommend this. Is definitely necessary with the LMGs, as, you know, like I said, the LMGs don't have the best mobility in the game. Now Stalker kind of makes up for that a little bit when aiming down sight. It almost gives the effect of actually, you know, using an assault rifle or something to that effect, because the added mobility when aiming down sight is really that helpful and actually makes this gun that much better. Now this paired with quick draw, usually I pick up quick draw as my second specialist perk unlock, but in this game I actually pick it up as my first unlock, because with the LMGs I definitely feel that this combination, Stalker plus quick draw, is extremely vital in actually using the LMGs effectively, and actually does make it, you know, quite a good class setup. A lot of people think that the LMGs aren't that strong because of their lack of mobility, and that's true, but these perks kind of make up for that. So that's what I like to use in combination, and it works pretty well. So in this video, kind of what I want to talk about other than the LMGs is kind of spawns, determining spawns and enemy spawn location, and spawn knowledge in general. So it's a little bit easier in domination. I noticed that, you know, my team is approaching the A flag and we already have the B flag, so they're all spawning at C, and I pretty much have a pretty good idea of that, because, you know, in domination the enemy team will always, or almost always, there are exceptions, spawn around a surrounding area around the flag that they have control of. Now my team is over, there's a couple people over at the A flag, even though the enemy team actually controls it. You know, my team controls that part of the map just because there are more of my teammates over there than there are theirs. So up until just now, the enemy team was spawning in C, and then the spawns flipped back over to A for whatever reason, probably because I was pushed up a little bit too far into the C flag, which made the spawns flip and then spawn back at A. But yeah, with domination you pretty much have your work cut out for you. All you need to do is capture two flags, and it's really easy to pinpoint where the enemy is going to spawn. You know, if you have the two flags, they're going to be spawning, the enemy will be spawning at the one flag that they control, somewhere in that area. You know, they don't spawn directly on the flag, so don't get confused, but they're going to spawn somewhere around there. Now, other game types are a little bit different, such as TDM or other non-objective game modes, kill confirmed, etc. Pretty much what I like to do when, you know, playing TDM, kill confirmed, I like to use my teammates and my mini-map and the knowledge of where my teammates are to kind of use that process of elimination. Like, if I see that my team are on the map in a specific area, I could pretty much eliminate that the enemy team is going to be spawning there. You know, there might be a couple enemies lurking over there, but as a general rule, your team is not going to be spawning in the same place as their team, or the enemy team is not going to be spawning where your team is grouped up. It just doesn't work like that. I mean, like I said, there are exceptions, but for the most part, it's not going to be like that. They're going to spawn on pretty much the opposite side of the map, or a different side of the map, usually on the completely opposite side of the map, unless you're playing a game mode like Team Defender or Headquarters sometimes, where the objective really plays a part in where the enemy is going to spawn, in which case you kind of just do the same thing, you know, use your knowledge of the map, your teammates, as well as the objective in the game, and you pretty much, you know, assume that the enemy is going to spawn the opposite side of the objective of where you are, or a parallel location. It does vary from time to time depending on the situation, but if you can keep a good eye on your team, you can easily spot where the enemy is going to spawn just by, you know, I see that right now, okay, my team is pretty much grouped all over B, so You know, obviously, like I said, it's a domination, so it's going to be a little bit easier, but I can pretty much confirm that this little empty area over by this left side where it just was in that shack, and over the whole side by C, none of my teammates were there, so I can pretty much guarantee that that's where the enemy was going to be. Anyway, guys, there's my M.o.a.b. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you hated it, be sure to dislike it, leave some hateful comments, and unsubscribe. Thanks for watching.